What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because we're gonna be doing a full face first impressions. This is like a mixed one. So we have like new drugstore stuff and new high-end stuff. So I'm really excited, and we're doing today's video in natural daylight. I know you guys love these sort of videos. Not always does the weather cooperate with me, but today is like the perfect day to do a natural daylight tutorial. We have like nice sunny skies, so we shouldn't have any like weird lighting changes, fingers crossed. And it's nice to just be able to do a tutorial without like the big studio lights. So I'm just filming it in front of a big window. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have a couple new face products that I really want to try. I don't have a new foundation, so I have to see how these all work together, and then we'll see if we need to add foundation or what. The first one that I want to try, this is from Kosas, and this is their Plump and Juicy Vegan Collagen Spray on Serum. Let's do a little test spray. Oh yes, okay. That's the kind of sprayers that I like, that are nice and like not like a water gun to the face. Okay, one thing that I'll say right off the bat though is definitely scented, which I don't mind when products have scent. It's just sometimes that can make me break out. So obviously it's not something that I'm gonna be able to tell in this video since it's the first time that I used it. It's a very light scent. It actually reminds me of, weirdly enough, if you've ever used like saline nasal sprays, that is what the scent is kind of like. It's not a bad scent. It's just, that's definitely what it reminds me of. I have really bad allergies, so I have to use those, and this smells like the one that I used, which is just like a weird coincidence, but definitely felt nice on my skin, felt nice and hydrating. I don't feel as though my skin really looks any different from it, but I can definitely continue to use it and update you guys if I see any like differences in my skin. It does have vegan collagen in it for firming, and it also has lifting and plumping peptides, so it's supposed to really like firm, lift, and plump the skin, which is obviously things we all want, you know? So pretty cool. All right, we are gonna try a brand new combo, and I'm really, really excited about this. So this is the new Charlotte Tilbury Magic Water Cream. We all know Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, that's been around forever, but this is the water cream, so I think it's supposed to be like a thinner formula because her original Magic Cream is quite thick. So this is the new formula. Just gonna put a little bit on my hand first to like test how it feels. Okay, yeah, definitely thinner, but not in a bad way, but like a not as thick consistency as the classic Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I actually really like that. It feels really nice and silky, so I'm excited. We're gonna use that on the face, but we're also gonna mix into it the new Drunk Elephant Be Goldy Bright Drops. So obviously we know the Drunk Elephant Bronzy Drops, those went like crazy viral. These are the Goldy Drops. I feel like I may like this a little bit better, but we'll see. So I'm gonna shake it up. These do have 5% niacinamide in them, which is great. I like niacinamide in my skincare. And basically I'm just gonna take some of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Water Cream. It's probably more than I need, but I'm gonna put that on the back of my hand, and then we are going to do a few drops of the Goldy Drops right in there. I feel like it's probably a good amount, and I'm gonna mix it together. Ooh, it looks pretty. And I'm going to apply to the skin. I guess I'll just use my fingers, honestly, to work it in, and let's see. The moisturizer is giving like a slight white cast at first, but I think as I work it in, it'll go away. Hopefully. Moisturizer feels super creamy and hydrating, which I do like. And I'm definitely thinking for me, I like these new Goldy Drops better. I think on my skin tone, the Bronzy Drops were a little too dark and they just never looked right when I used them. Where I feel like this combo on my skin looks really nice. Like you can see visually my skin looks so hydrated, which I have dry skin. So that's definitely the moisturizer from Charlotte Tilbury. This really feels nice and silky. Like even on my fingers as I'm applying it, like my fingers feel so hydrated now. So definitely really like this, and I feel like the Goldy Drops did give me a nice golden sort of glow. And again, on my skin tone, I think this is a better suited color for me than the Bronzy Drops were, and it looks really nice. So I definitely do like these two. I feel like the combo of those two together really did work well. All right, I'm gonna quickly jump in with some base. This is a newer product. I have tried this, so this is not a first impression, but I don't think that I've talked to you guys about it yet. It is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tint. This came out a couple months ago, and I honestly have really been liking this. It's like a lighter skin tint, but really perfect for every day. I feel like it'll go well with like our nice little moisturized base. I'm using shade 5, but really, really pretty, hydrating, looks like skin, and I've really been liking this, so I don't have like a brand new one that I haven't tried yet to show you guys today, but this one has been a recent favorite of mine. So I'm just gonna go in with that. We are just so glowy today. I love it. And then just throwing on a little concealer as well on these under eyes. All right, complexion looking good. We are gonna jump into the eyes, and we're actually gonna be skipping eyeshadow today and focusing on our lashes. And we're gonna use the new Ardell Seamless Underlash extensions. I tried these for the first time about a month ago, so this is not like a brand new first impressions for me. But y'all, if you are a recovering lash extension girly like myself, or even if you never had lash extensions, but you want like a natural looking lash, like basically a lash that looks like lash extensions, these are them. They're so good. Okay, let me show you how to use them. The kit comes with everything you need. I have the Wispies kit. I wanna thank Ardell for partnering with me on this section and sending me out this kit, but you can get them in store. I know Ulta has them. I will link them down below in the description box. And it comes with everything that you need. And these lashes are unlike traditional like strip lashes where you would take them off at the end of the night. They can actually last for up to 10 days. So this whole kit could actually last you up to a month, and it's under $20. So very good value on it as well. You can though at the end of the night take them off. It comes with the remover, which is right here. So you don't have to wear them for days if you don't want to, but if you have a trip coming up or just a lot of things going on and you want to wake up looking basically like flawless, you can do that as well. All right, I zoomed you guys in a bit more so you can really see my lashes. You want to start with clean lashes so you don't want anything to be on them. The bond is actually going to work as our mascara, so you don't need to put mascara or anything on them either. I would recommend not doing mascara. I like to work in sections with this, so I'm going to go in with the bond on this outer section of my lash and really get the bond on the base of my lash. You don't actually need to bring it all the way up through your lashes. You just really want to make sure that base has the bond on there good. This is quite sticky. This is what's going to stick the lashes on and make them last. So once I have that on the section, I'm going to go in with the lash. You get a bunch of different lashes across different lengths. So depending on what you want to do, I normally start with the second to longest on the end here, and you can just grab it with the little tweezers. These come in the kit as well. And then you're going to put it up against where you just did that bond, just like that underneath, and it sticks. You can go through and clamp them down, but because it's quite sticky, honestly, I just go like this with the tweezers and push them to make sure that it's all adhered instead of clamping down, but whatever works best for you. Then I'm going in on the next section with some more bond, grabbing the next piece of lash and then applying it right next to the other one so there's not really like a gap or anything. And we have our little second piece of lash, and again, you can kind of customize these to how you want to do them. You can play around with it and your personal eye shape and preference. As we get closer to the front, I like to go in with a bit shorter, like smaller lashes to give me more of a gradient look. So now I'm going in with the 10M, which is the shortest. That's with 4 pieces, which is honestly what I normally use. You can use like the full like lash set like this would be 6 pieces. So again, it depends on personal preference, how you like your lashes to be. For me, the 4 piece is like my perfect in between. It's not too much, but it's not too little. Then as the last set to seal everything in, you wanna go in with the sealer. This is on the other side of the bond. So again, another product that you get, and this takes away all the stickiness of the lashes. So you just go in on your lashes like this with the sealer to set everything in place. I'm gonna go in real quick now on my other eye and do the exact same process. Okay, I just finished this eye. I feel like I did a better job because I wasn't like actively talking while doing it. And I got like the placement perfect, which I love. So I'm gonna go in with the sealer again as that final step and take away any like tacky or stickiness, and then we are good to go. And I feel like they look just like lash extensions without the price tag. And because they go underneath the lash instead of on top, like you don't ever have to worry about seeing that gap from like your regular lashes to your falsies. So like I said, I know you can get them at Ulta, but I will link them down below in the description box as well if you guys are interested in checking them out. Okay, up next, we're gonna jump into the under eyes and try this. So I saw this on TikTok. This has been out for a couple of months, so it's not brand spanking new, but I'm really excited about it. It's the Catrice Under Eye Instant Awake Brightener. So I have the shade Light Rose. I believe it comes in 2 shades. So this is like a more pinky undertone, where then they have another one that is more of like an orangey salmon color. And I'm gonna go in with this on top of my concealer. I feel like that's how brighteners work best. Personally, whenever I would use brighteners in the past, I used them underneath my concealer. I feel like they perform better when applied on top of your concealer. So I just got some on this brush. It honestly looks super creamy. I like put the brush in there thinking it was gonna be like harder to get some out, and then it was very easy. Okay, definitely showing up pink. So that like viral pink under eye trend. This is perfect for that. I'm gonna spread some out over here because I feel like a little bit goes a long way. You don't need much of this, but like look at the brightness that this is giving. Oh my goodness gracious. And I love a bright awake under eye. That's one thing that has stuck with me even from like the old school, like 2016 full glam days. Like I will always do the brightened highlighted under eye. Like I just love the way that it looks. And I feel like it helps to lift and sculpt the face. I'm gonna go in with my beauty sponge now and like blend it out so it can look a little bit more natural and kind of morph into the concealer, but this is quite good. And I feel like the pinkness of it doesn't look too much. Like it doesn't look like I have like blush underneath my eyes. It just definitely does give a significant brightness, but I think it looks really, really good. Dang. Honestly, very similar to like the Becca one that they used to have, but obviously this is at a much cheaper price point. I like this a lot. Like I feel like that made a really, really big difference. Okay, also from Catrice, this is like brand new. This is the Catrice Magic. Ooh. I'm just too excited. I'm throwing it. I'm telling you, my hands are still so silky from this Charlotte Tilbury moisturizer. I like can't even hold on to things. My goodness. Sorry about that. This is the new Catrice Magic Shaper. So it's basically a contour on one side and then a highlight on the other. So I'm gonna go in with the contour side first. I'll just bring it all the way up so you guys can see what it looks like. This does come in a couple different shades. The one that I'm using is just medium. So I'm gonna go in on my cheeks. Okay, not gonna lie, it feels a little dry. Let me go in and blend it first before I even try and go into the other side. It definitely felt like dry as I was applying. Oh, okay. I mean, but she's blending though, so that doesn't, you know, as long as it blends, then I'm cool with it. I thought like for sure it was not gonna blend and that just blended out really easily. Maybe it was because it's obviously the first time I ever used it, so I needed to like warm up the products a little bit. No, because it's still, it definitely, like it feels like a dry, yeah, like consistency, very dry actually. Does not feel creamy at all going on, but it blends. So I'm all right with it. As long as it blends, then I don't mind. And that honestly just blended really easily. So I was nervous, but it works. All right, let's go up on the forehead a little bit too and just blend that up there. Yeah, like it honestly blends very seamlessly, which is shocking for the dryness of the product. It definitely does have a matte finish too. So not gonna give you any sort of glow, which is, you know, we don't want that with a contour anyways. At least I personally do not. So I do like it. Now we are gonna use the highlighter too, but before we jump in with the highlight, I wanna do my cream blush. I like to do contour, then blush, then highlight at the end. I wanna use one of these new Dominique Cosmetics. These are the Pillow Soft Hydrating Stains. So these are for lips and cheek, which is kind of cool. So I have two colors. I have Pink Dreams, which looks like that. That's really, really pretty. And these are cool because they're stains, so you should be really long wearing. I also have Satin Rouge. Whoa, that is beautiful too. I feel like this red on the lips, like during the holidays, would be really pretty. Probably a little bit too much for my cheeks today, so I'm gonna use Pink Dreams, and I'm gonna just go in on my cheeks, and then I'm just gonna blend it out with a brush. So pretty. We have like such a natural but like pretty glowy kind of look going on today. I love it. That looks really, really nice. I've said this before, but I feel like nowadays every cream blush is so pigmented, which I like, and there is a time and a place for that, you know what I mean? But sometimes when you just have like a nice light one that's easy to blend, that still gives you pigment, but it's not too much, and just like perfect for every day, I love it. So this is really, really pretty, and I love this shade. I think it looks really nice and gave the perfect little pop to my cheeks. Okay, now let's go in with the highlight side and see. It's interesting because it's in like, again, the stick form, so I don't love that for a highlight, but I'm gonna just go on the face directly like this, and then I'll tap it out with my finger. I think that's probably the best bet. Interestingly, the highlight definitely feels creamier than the contour did. It's definitely a natural highlight. If you like a stark, like blinding highlight, this is not gonna be for you. But if you want something pretty and subtle, this is really pretty and gives a nice glow and kind of gives you that like glow from within look, which is like what I feel like everything is kind of doing today for us on our face. So I actually do really like that. I think it looks pretty. All right, I'm just gonna jump in with a little bit of powder to set the face because I do have some powder products that I want to try. I'm just gonna set everything in place with some powder. All right, now that we're good and powdered, I wanna try one of these new Makeup Forever blushes. So I have a couple different shades. We have Wherever Rose, which this is the one I was initially thinking, really, really pretty. Then we also have Limitless Berry, and then Anywhere Peach for like a more peachy. I still think I wanna try the original one. I feel like it looks like the perfect fall blush. Like, is this not? That's what it looks like, but we gotta see it on. But it's like the perfect mix of like berry and pink without being too much. So this, again, Wherever Rose. They are completely matte, so they're not gonna give any sort of glow or anything. I'm gonna just tap off. They look pretty pigmented, so I'm gonna just, oh my goodness. Very pigmented as well. You really only need a little tiny bit of this. Let me try and blend her out. Just as I said, I was loving the natural blush. This, okay, I need a different brush, I think. Okay, this one's a little bit more fluffier so we can like blend it more. I'm always heavy-handed, which is my own fault. Like I have to go in with less product, especially when I don't know how pigmented it's gonna be. Like this side looks a lot better because I went in with less initially. But if you get one of these blushes, I think they'll last you your whole life because They're very, very pigmented. I feel like they're like the powder version of the Rare Beauty cream blushes. Like a little bit was gonna bring you a long way. I'm trying to blend this cheek that I went in with too much, but she just wants to say poppin' on there. But this shade is beautiful. It's again, exactly what I thought, like perfect mix of pink and berry for blush. So I do really like that. Like I said, you just need to go in with the smallest little amount because she is pigmented and it's a little hard to blend after the fact when you go in with too much. Okay, now for highlight, I wanna jump into the new Morphe X Meredith Duxbury. So this came out a couple of months ago. I am definitely behind on this, but I have really been wanting to try it. This is really pretty. This is the Powder Multi Effects palette. So she has like a much bigger eyeshadow palette. This one has like a couple different eyeshadows in it, and then these bigger pots that could be used as like eyeshadows, but you could also definitely use them as highlights, and they look really beautiful. So I'm gonna use this one right here. This is the shade Rosé, and we're gonna use this on our cheeks as a highlight. Ooh, that is pretty, pretty, pretty. Definitely super glittery. So for myself personally, I would love this like all over my lid. I don't always love glitter highlights on my face. So I'm gonna actually go in with one of the other ones, Double Dip. I'm gonna take this on a little eye brush and put some in my inner corner. Ooh, love that little pop, and a little bit beneath my brow bone too, just to amp up that highlight, just to give us a little extra glitter. So, so pretty. Okay, now last but certainly not least, we have the new e.l.f. lip oils. These are so good. I did give these a try already in a little reel and short that I posted last week. They are amazing. I love, in the short that I posted, I used Rose Envy, which would honestly look perfect with our look today, but I'm gonna use a different one for today's video. I'm gonna use Red Delicious. So pretty. I do wanna line my lips first just to give them a little border. So I'm gonna go in with a liner that's like a little bit warmer than my lip color since we're going in with the red lip oil. They're not super, super pigmented though, so like it's not gonna look like a pure red on the lips. Gonna just kind of buff out the edges of that, blend it into my lips like so. And then let's go in with the lip oil again. Red Delicious is the shade. Honestly, I think these are amazing. Ooh, so pretty. Why I like them is they give the shine of a lip gloss, but they truly do feel nourishing to the lips. Like they give the nourishment of like a lip treatment sort of product. They're not sticky. They're just nice and like hydrating feeling. They're not super pigmented. So if you're looking for something that's gonna have like a lot of pigment, this is not gonna be the product for you. Just a very slight wash of color. As you can see, like on my lips, looks a lot darker in here than it does on my lips, but I love them. And they're retailing for $8 and honestly work very similarly to the Dior lip oils that are like $40. So I have been loving these, and that is everything, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed today's video and testing out some new products with me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.